Alright everybody, let's go! Party time! We got the Rantners against Broken Mirror, everybody. It is the grand final of the Rare Cup. And now some of you will immediately ask like, hey Khaldor, where's the draft? What is the Rare Cup? Where's the Master Slash? What is happening? No! And yeah, the answers will come in just a second, but let's introduce our players first before we're heading into this. We got on the blue team side for the Rantners, LGM on Nuburak, Keks on Reyna, Winterhund on Blaze, Creon on Stukov, and we're getting Jetsam J on Li Ming. On the right side of the map, Broken Mirror with Neptibus on Hanzo, Skizorg on Diva, we got Huff on Brightwing, Skameka on Cassia, and Love Tiger on Jojo. So, as already mentioned, this is the grand final of the Rare Cup, a best of 5, and this is the amateur scene of Heroes of the Storm, so this is a tournament that is hosted at the end of the season in Heroes Lounge, and the divisions that participate in the Rare Cup are Division 6 and Division 7, and as it happens, both of the teams that are featured in the grand final here are Division 7 members. So Division 7 is the bottom of the barrel when it comes to skill. So we're going to probably see some wild plays here. The builds I expect to be fairly normal because even though this is Division 7, which means that the players are on average between bronze and gold, you normally have in the grand final, of course, the best of the worst. So I would assume that the builds are still going to be fairly common, probably a couple of adjustments, but nothing too insane. And we're going to also feature over the next couple of days a few more of those end of season tournament finals. We're going to look at the Epic Cup and slowly but steadily make our way up to Division 1, where we then have teams like Team Arthur's playing, that you of course also know from the Masters Clash. We have a few others that participate in there too, and some mixed team that features players that also participate in the Masters Clashes, for example Dino, X-Ray and others. But we're going to talk about those specifically when we get there. For now it's Division 7, as I already mentioned, going up against each other here. Best of 5, our first map is Alterac Pass. And the reason why we don't have a draft is that this is all cast from replays. Those matches are again played in the amateur scene, and a lot of those are scheduled at the same time as the Masters Clash. Obviously Masters Clash has priority, but the whole idea of showing you guys this is to give the amateur scene a bit of exposure, show you guys that you can also participate if you want in a competitive environment if you check out heroeslounge.gg and just have some fun together. Because, let's be honest, we're probably gonna have a laugh or two considering how Division 7 games in the past were played out. But anyways, as we're starting things up on our first map here on Alterac Pass, we already got our... We haven't gotten a single kill, by the way, which is kind of surprising. 2 minutes in a Division 7 match, it's a bit unheard of. Normally it takes a minute or so for the first 5 kills to come in. We got all the way top side, Blaze going up in a 1 versus 1. And I kind of want to highlight a bit that even here in Division 7 there is some order to the chaos. So you will see that at least on the mechanical side, a lot of these players don't hold a candle to what you can witness in the Masters Clash. And obviously there's also a gap in experience when it comes down to how to use your abilities, how do you sync them up. LGM completely out of mana already, has to Hearthstone back here. But just generally, they're still trying to do their best, getting the soak on all of the lanes, which is super important. Even in the Masters Clash level, we talk about this a lot, how there's huge differences between teams and their ability to just hit every single wave on the lanes so that they get all the experience that they possibly can get from minions. Normally, it's also all about the camps. And of course, a lot of these guys have listened to casts in the past and really also heeded the advice. And I talk about this every time we're playing this map on the Masters Clash. You want to be here once that the camp spawns and take it right away. And both teams thus far at least have been really diligent about that. So they're taking this first. They're trying to get to level 7 before they are making a play for the objective. Blue team has at least nibbled around the edges a little bit, but we already saw some of the defenders there, so they're not going to make a bigger play for that, but either way. Here we get with level 7, first of all we had Bed of Barbs in on level 4, with level 7 we now have now for Li Ming also Calamity, so proper builds from the players here, for the most part. And now that the mid lane has been attacked, the blue team is starting to take a bit of a lead here. Taking one of the towers down, Li Ming gets attacked. They try to go for Jetsam J, but he's immediately able to make his way out. Kaitina's plating build for LGM. And everybody is brawling around in the middle, with the exception of Jimmy. Yeah, little Jimmy with a ratatata at the bot lane, doing his thing to push this out. And he could honestly try to attack some of the structures now. I'm a bit surprised that he doesn't. because he can counterplay against the aggression that we're seeing here in the middle. As long as they have full vision of where all of these players are, there was no real reason for Jimmy to move back, since it seemed like everyone else in the mid lane had the defense pretty much covered. Stacking is coming in also for Cassia. You can tell that by now we've hit roughly level 8. And I am very surprised, that pleasantly surprised, that the teams have so far been disciplined enough to not engage into any big YOLO moments, and that we still have 0 kills here. So a little bit more of a cautious setup. All of the skill shots are missing though. I don't think a single one in that last encounter has actually connected. But hey, at least we're there, right? Soon enough though, we're gonna see the first fight for the objective, and I'm pretty sure that's also when we're gonna observe the first kills coming together. We nearly have level 10 abilities, and once the heroics are there, we're gonna see what they can pull off with that. But either way, Cam gets taken again, and I praised the red team earlier also for it, but they're this time a little bit late. So Skameka comes in to take it, but he's a bit late to the party. The blue team has already nearly taken theirs. And of course, now with level 7 getting closer, they might have a chance to inch forward towards the prisoner camp and starting to take that. Okay. Yeah, well, let's see what we're going to do. Okay, so at the same time that we have level 10, they could literally try to make their way over and free the prisoners. So rumor has it that this is actually Twitter jail. So if you have said anything offensive or completed any microaggressions on Twitter, you get locked up right here. So they're trying to free them and advocating for free speech, of course. The blue team is already trying to do their thing. That's how you blow up a target. Nice arrow that came in, but that was a bit too late from Hanzo. Yeah, the delay on their level 10 ability definitely didn't help. But that was a great setup from Anubarak with his web, and the cocoon, of course, helped them to set all of this up easy peasy, especially with Stukov behind it. And that's a comp that we've been talking about a lot, even on the top level of play. They're not playing this with a variant, for example, but we have Anubarak here for the dive, for the setup, and then the easy follow-up from Stukov. There's the first objective. Nice, so they take it, and they're trying to go for the pilot, and there's the Calamity kill. Nice. D.Va down. Yeah, she's apparently playing to win. At least she's not getting tired of repeating that over and over again. But so far, girl, you gotta step it up a little bit, because now you're behind. Not only by a level, but also in kills. So it's time to go. Let's start to push this one in the mid lane, top side. That's where Blaze is currently taking position to help the team out. Also, we need to get a couple more stacks for Cassia. Skameka so far is not doing too well on this one. Yeah, he needs to get a bit more if he really wants to scale into the late game. They're defending the mid lane mostly. Down at the bottom of the map, Jimmy is currently dealing with Hanzo. You always think that the guy with the machine gun would be doing a bit better than the guy with the bow. But right now, yeah, Kix is taking the front down at the top. They're now also trying to get a bit more damage in, and they're aiming for D.Va again. But Brightwing is helping out this time. Nice. Yeah, Ford in the middle has taken damage. Ford at the top is still taking some. And there's at least the flank as the red team is trying to defend. The broken mirror goes in, and that is 7 years of bad luck. But in this case, they were lucky enough to take at least Stukov down. But of course, they still suffer the consequences of the push and the Cavalier being sent their way. And that's the first Ford that falls in game number 1 of the best of 5 here at the grand final. Okay. So far, so good. Hanzo, just taking a little bit of break here too. No help for him on the camp. And the problem is that while he is taking this camp, the red team has decided that it's time to go for the objective. But I like that they're checking that. Nice! That might not work out for them because they're a bit too late, but at least they make the effort and they figured out that something wasn't really quite right here. There's a level 13 talent advantage for them right now. This is actually looking really good. They can definitely dive this. They have a bit more time, and so far they're not making a play here. But here comes the slam. Cocoon even saving Brightwing, and they're going to steal this one away. Beautiful Hyperion 2, controlling the space nicely. That's the steal on the boss, and they might get a kill with it too. They're making the play for the green target practice and take Brightwing down. Neat. Quick kill. Stukov, can he get away? Yes, he can. 100 hit points. D.Va is down. The middle fort is about to fall too, and oh boy, that started to snowball it quite aggressively. Yeah, was a good call. It was a very, very good call by the Rentners. You can, by the way, see that 2 of them hadn't even picked their talents yet. So that's definitely something that you should normally do. You should be in a position where you can either real quickly over hotkey combinations, or at least, if you are not able to do that with your mouse, take the talent once that it drops in your hands. They didn't use it in the last fight, and that's a bit of a problem. You really want to capitalize on these advantages if you're in a situation like this. And yeah, them skilling it late didn't really... I mean, again, in this case, it didn't make a difference. They got a bit lucky there, but you want to make sure that next time you have that advantage for yourself, at least. So, with this, we are already starting to see what else they're going to do. But again, you can tell that these guys reached the grand final of the Division 7 tournament for a reason. Again, they're the best of the worst. So, there is definitely coordination happening here. These guys have been playing in Heroes Lounge for a while, so they know roughly what to do. We've seen a lot of skill shot miss earlier, some of the combos not working out, but also to give them credit, the Nubarak setup so far were very, very nice. Stuko followed up on it. And it comes back to something that I've been talking about for years, and a lot of the teams from back then, they really listened to it and started to practice it, that especially combos around like insta-kills can be trained in Storm League and even in Quick Match with just a couple of friends. In Nubarak, Stukov, Variant Stukov, anything else like this, you can train that easily with 2-3 people in Quick Match and Storm League and just practice for an actual competitive match. In this case, Nubarak got blocked by, yeah, I mean, I think he could have gotten out here, but they blocked him completely in, and that led to the death of the cockroach. Pretty important kill, honestly. If that doesn't happen, then it's the second objective for the blue team. Funny enough, it's a couple of members of the blue team that still try to steal it away here. It's a bit sneaky, but that shouldn't work. They need to wait for Nubarak to come back. That's pretty much that. So, yeah, up at the top side, Camp is not really assisted too much yet. Looks also like Skameka is going to make it over here soon. Diva is the one to follow up on it, since everybody else is going for the camp. Got 29 stacks now. Jimmy still alone on the mutated Hedwig at the bot lane. Straight out of Hogwarts. There we go. That's basically the upgraded version of Hedwig. So, yeah. And there it is. Epic enter. Nice. Yeah, we got our level 16 talents. That's a big power spike, of course, for the Rantner. So it's time to go for another objective. And they're starting to come straight in for it. Yep, 16 on both sides. Once again, Jimmy not taking his level 16 talent. Pain him rat, baby. It's not that hard. There's not a lot of choices available here. Jimmy down. Didn't pick the talent. Dies instantly. That's not how you do that, my friend. No. Yeah, he needs to learn to pick his talents a little bit quicker. He was one of the earlier culprits too, so that seems to be a bit of a theme. But now that they lost one of their ranged damage dealers, they have to rely on Li Ming, and she misses the setup too. So that might just be an objective for the red team after all. It felt the entire game like they were trailing heavily behind, but at least now they're slowly starting to make the comeback here. And it seems like we have a bit of a Sudoku move. Winterhund. Yeah, he tried to pop the bunker, but at least he's going to be saved. Even the cocoon gets YOLO'd out. Guys, that was 2 ults just to get out. Damn, that hurts. That definitely does hurt. Yeah, that is not an easy one to deal with. So that's unfortunate for them. Skizorg is now ready as well. Here comes another quick setup. Yep, and red team, they capture it. Red team has the objective. Can they keep the heroes alive though? Seems like they can. It's a Nubarak that falls once more. And that's 4 kills against 4 now in total. Despite all of the good actions in the early game, the Rantners are now suffering a lot in this game. The momentum is turning against them. Broken Mirror, they have recovered from the boss steal from earlier on in this game. And they're now starting to do some serious damage to the structures on the top side. Whereas the Raiders are marching through middle, bottom, and one is also going to soon join up with the red team here at the top and the fort. So yeah, good stuff. For now, we're having the Broken Mirror boys with some serious momentum that they might even carry over to one of those keeps. Middle of the map, the defense is still going strong there. Jimmy is also down at the bottom. Keep in mind, he went for Exterminator on level 1, so that comes in quite handy now. But they are still taking lots of damage at the top. And talking about the damage, Cassie on 28,000. We got Li Ming on 43k. Our girl is doing work. Explosion is already zoning them a little bit. But can they take the keep? They should be able to take it. If they really posture around, Jimmy isn't here. I'm a bit surprised that the red team didn't play more aggressive. They knew on the minimap that Jimmy wasn't here. Now that he halved back, it's a bit of a different story. But there was definitely an opportunity to take that keep. There technically is still one. Late arrow from Hanzo. No follow-up just yet. Brightwing with a save on Jojo. They're trying in again. And they get the damage. They take the fort, but can they take their keep? That's what you really want. And I guess the answer for now is no. Yeah, that could have been done a little bit better. I think the Hanzo arrow would have also been more successful and effective if he could have used it, as it was still a 5 versus 4. Jimmy definitely stayed too late down at the bottom of the map. They wanted him, of course, to defend the fort, which makes perfect sense, but you don't want to be in a position where you technically allow your opponent to take a keep just so you can save the fort here. So, yeah, on the macro level, they got to coordinate that a little bit better, but as in the last encounter, it did not come to the worst case scenario for them. They still hold on to the keep, and that's all that matters. No, it doesn't really matter how many hit points that thing has. As long as it's still in play, there's not going to be any catapults here, and that's the more important part. So with that done, with that said, we can now have, again, another boss apparently taken. And this is one of those things that's a little bit weird when the teams are doing it here, because you have both of them on even talents. But they need to kind of have someone here to zone at least a little bit. Right now, they haven't seen anyone on the blue team, if I'm not mistaken, because if I saw that correctly on the minimap, they didn't pass through any minion wave. But the blue team has decided to also go for their own. And them hearthing back... yeah, I mean, I'm not quite sure why all of them hearth. But yeah, so for this side, we're going to have a couple of defenders, but to be absolutely blunt, this one is not going to make it. And one is more than enough. So yeah, Jimmy can deal with that. The core regenerates hit points on this map, so that's not going to be a big deal. It's about the objective again. And the blue team is getting a little bit too greedy for my liking. Trying to sneak in here and get at least a few points on the progression, fair enough. But they shouldn't try to spread themselves out too thin while Jimmy is still defending. But the interesting part is that there's nobody for the blue team down at the bottom, so this could do a little bit more damage than it honestly should. Top side, we still have level 19.5 for both teams, and Jimmy is now rejoining. But since we have a camp pushing through the middle and one through the bottom, I'm not so sure what Broken Miro was thinking here. They really need to deal with both of those, because that is too much damage. Boss here, of course, on the left side is finally taken down, and therefore the core is going to regenerate the hit points quickly. But because of that little problem that I pointed out with the two camps, or the two lanes pushing, blue team has the position again. So there's still the interrupts, they're defending. It's all about level 20 now too. And here we go again, the Rantners. They should be careful, because level 20 is now ready, and it's a tiny gap, but if that's the gap where they get caught, then they might be in trouble. And we already had a few of their heroes that were reluctant to pick their talent when it was dropping. Yeah, but this time, look at him. Jimmy went first. He's like, yeah, okay, this time I got it immediately. Bam, there it is. So Execute is in, got the rewind too. And, well, let's check that out. Here comes the cocoon on Jojo. Would have loved it way more if they coordinated that also with Stuko, but in this case, not really the focus. Big arrow! With the explosion! And that chunked them down hard. And here's the kill. Jimmy is down, and they're making the play for the objective. Ah, that is ausgekekst. Top side, that's where we have big wave coming in. Should at some point try to deal with that. They won't be able to go for the objective anyways. So this one is going down the wires, it seems. 6 kills to 5. Broken Mirror has taken the lead. And with this, we now have 60 stacks for Cassia. 44,000 damage for Diva, by the way. Cassia hasn't died yet. She's sitting at 42,000. They're going for the camp. But as I also mentioned a bit earlier, there's still a 5 versus 3 on the map. So you should invade now. Go in, take that fort, and do as much structural damage as you can before the objective is even appearing on the map. The problem is that all of these lanes are pushed out so far that it's going to take an eternity for any of these raiders to make their way over. So that's why lane control is important, guys. That's why it's important that you push these lanes out so that you can capitalize on these objectives. Because now the only thing that those raiders are going to do is push the lanes out, and that's it. they took the fort, and I guess they can try to take the second one as well. The Nubarak is back, but the team is still trying to deal with the top side. So they're going to do that. Down to the bottom of the map. They're breaking through it. They're 5-manning it right now. There's very little reason at this point to split. If they wanted to really split on lanes, they should have done it a bit earlier. Huff is a good example. Him on Brightwing, he should have maybe gone to the mid or the bot lane and try to push the waves out a bit so that those raiders can do more damage. But at the end of the day, they were still able to take 2 forts down. So now they are ahead in structures even. And since the raider is still on 50% HP, breaking through the gate shouldn't really be a big problem either if they focus on it. And they are trying to do some damage here. So one of the towers down, the sidewall has been broken through, the gate is gone. You don't have to make a commitment here, but they have options now as the game continues. At the same time, the blue team, yeah, that's more like it. I mean, the jet propulsion didn't hit, but if they get the stun, where's the lurking arm when you need it? Yeah, Diva's trying it up. Arrow, and it connects. Yeah, nice move here by the red team to shut this down. And another kill against Jimmy. Positioning wasn't really the best from the Randers. The idea was right to wait out on some of the stun abilities on the other side, but Hanzo was just waiting for Stukov to take position, for Jimmy to make a move, and then fired the arrow, got both of them, and they get a triple kill here. Jimmy in particular died 3 times now over the last couple of minutes, and that opens up even more possibilities for Broken Mirror. They take the camp here in the middle, and they should have no trouble to go for the keep. Honestly, you might argue they could have tried to go for core here, but the problem of Alterac Pass is, of course, always that the core self-regenerates. What they're doing now, I don't like. I really don't like it. Going for the boss is definitely something that I'm not going to fault them for, but this was a freebie. That was a free keep. With only 2 defenders and you have a camp pushing in, this keep is free. Those defenders can't do anything, especially since they even had ults coming up. So you can take the keep and then you can maybe even go for core. But if you decide to play it super safe, then take the keep first and then go to the boss. But them going to the boss like this, it takes a bit of the potential from that attack away. If you get 3 kills in that situation, you want to capitalize on it properly. And they didn't do that. So they took the boss, and that one is going to do some work. But now, top side, we see the blue team attempting to take the objective, and they have to move in for that, for sure. So, well, off we go. Let's see how far they can go here. Blessed Shield is out. The arrow connects. Nice combo. And a double kill. That was some sexy shit, honestly. Yeah, and now they're going for the kicks and trying to take him down too. But as they are running away, check this one out again. I mean, beautiful. Have a look at this. So they shoot the arrow out here, Blessed Shield first, then the arrow, and it's an insta double kill. That was really, really well done. Now, second boss is getting attacked, but I come back to the same play. Your opponent is missing 2 heroes, and you're going for the boss at the top. Why? You can take that boss still, but take the bottom keep. If they would have in the last 2 encounters before they went for boss just attacked the keep first, we wouldn't have a single keep on the map anymore for the Rentners. And I would argue that they could have ended the game at the core too. Now, to be fair, they are going to take the boss. They are going to take the objective. So apparently they were really afraid that they would throw the game away and throw it at the core or something. So in their mind, it seems to really be, hey guys, let's get boss, let's get the objective and then make the play. But then shit like this happens, you know? Your Jojo doesn't pay attention for just a moment. Bam, there's Li Ming, gets the combo off. Jojo is down. And, well, that's that. So, easy kill right here. And that could backfire, because that's a big death timer. It's pretty much a minute. Boss is taken, and Jimmy is already starting to stutter step his way to take him down slowly. There's also another push in the middle, so that could cost them dearly too. Cassia goes down. Things are getting worse. Broken Mirror might have just thrown that game away. They had it. They honestly had it, and it looks like they might have thrown. This is a bit of a problem. Alright, down at the bottom of the map. Well, there we go, set up again over here. They're still trying to see if they can maybe connect another one. I mean, honestly, the sync with the ultimates earlier, where we had, first of all, Jojo coming through with the Blessed Shield, and then Hanzo with the arrow, those were great. If they can pull another one of those off, they might have a chance to fight it back. But it's frustrating. They are missing 3.4 seconds on the objective, and they didn't get it. The bottom keep, as you can see, is also not going to get attacked any time soon. But yeah, it's a bit of a YOLO map. It's so weird, honestly. because it felt like this game was over. And they're feeding into them. Like, what are they doing? Guys, you don't want to do this. Not like this, please. Don't engage into fights like this, especially not against heroes that can engage onto you with Cocoon, with the jet propulsion and whatnot. You don't want to do that. Now you have Cassia back, but Hanzo is dead. It all started with a kill against Jojo. And then while Jojo was down, they took another battle. Cassia went out a little bit too deep. She died. Jojo came back. And then just before Cassia comes back to life, Hanzo is dead. So now the blue team is just capitalizing on all of these mistakes. And they're saying, guys, we should have lost that game already 10 times over. But if you're not making the plays, we are going to exploit every single mistake that you're making here on out. And we're going to take that one. So now the keep has fallen, and that is a huge issue. Now, we already got the, top side gets defended by the cavalry, and look what the blue team is doing. They're doing exactly what I criticized Broken Mirror for earlier. They are now going in for the keep, and that's exactly what I like. They realize that they have a numbers advantage, that they have heroes that can force the fight, that can help them retreat. They have Bunker, they have the Cocoon, so they poke this one down and take it easily, even before the objective is there. And that means that a second armor shield gets removed off the core, and that will allow them now to go for also a core push if they see an opportunity here. So, yeah, that's pretty fantastic as well. Okay. So far, so good. Now, blue team is ahead. It's kind of crazy, because Broken Mirror definitely had it. But here we are, 25 minutes into the game, 8 kills to 11, level 23 to 23, and off we go. The straight play up for the top keep and maybe even core. But they also don't want to engage into it yet. It might come down to a final team fight. Might come down to one last fight. And of course, there's always the chance that you'll send someone down. The boss is being back up. Minute and 40 over here, yeah. 20 seconds. Could be a fight for the boss. They need to push the top out a little bit. Brightwing should at least be here. Brightwing can always jump in and help the rest of the team out at the bottom later on. If they want to use the global, that would be an opportunity. You have other heroes like D.Va that could also do that. But the blue team is already taking position. Here we go. They're going to try to make a play or at least set a trap, one of the two. And for now, it's the Admiral Akbar strategy. That's a trap. Nobody's really engaging into it. Love Tiger is checking this out. There's the vision. They know what's happening, and that's our team fight. Whoever wins here should win the game if they kill enough heroes. So it's all about the boss at the bot lane now. Top lane is fine for Broken Mirror. Mid lane is fine too. And everybody is still focusing on the bot position. But now we have also 72 stacks for Cassia, 25 on the Behemoth armor for Jimmy. It's a bit of an HP boost. And how is the red team now reacting? If they can push this back, one hit against the keep is going to take the bottom keep out. So there's an objective up. And if you push the bot lane, you will be rewarded quite nicely as well. Okay, there's the stun. Yeah, Nubara, careful, he gets a bit murdered. Nice. Yeah, but here comes the next play. Nubara could still try and drop the Cocoon here, but he is already in trouble. Hyperion has also been used, and that's one of the big zone tools that they have to control, for example, the boss space. Instead, they're making the play for Blaze. Cocoon is out for the defense, the stun. Hanzo, does he follow up? No! Jojo is down, but so is Nubara. They're coming in with a kill attempt on D.Va, but they're going for Blaze, and he is dead too. Are we gonna see her resets? Li Ming, she wants them, but she doesn't get any. Jetsam J is getting away. 4 against 3 on the map. That's the moment. The moment to be a little bit more aggressive and make some plays here. Now they have a chance to go for the objective, go for the bottom keep, just make some moves. They should push for that bottom keep, honestly. They have 4 heroes. Get anybody in there. It's one attack. Look at this thing. One hit and it's over. Take the keep down early, provide some cover for the bot lane while you're doing this. Would send more than only Cassia. They should have also denied this, by the way, if you're on that spot. Oh, I like it. Nice move, even though in this case it didn't work. And here's the kill on the keep. That's how I like it, finally. There's some decision making. They get a kill on Jimmy, and that's a staggered death, of course, too. The Rentners and Broken Mirror. The Game of Throws, ladies and gentlemen, here on first map of this best of 5. Yeah, it's a good one. Throw City. They are going at it. Nobody wants to win this game, apparently. This is kind of nuts. So, yeah, here we have it. There's a play for the objective. We have still a 5 versus 4 because Jimmy is dead. There's the Cocoon again, diving into the back line. And there's the follow-up from Stukov and the kill against Cassia. No, not again. Objective is about to be taken. They're trying to stop it, but there it is. The red team, they got the objective in on both sides. 2 of the keeps have been eliminated. 4 versus 4 in the battle. Big push through the mid lane now. One of the objectives, one of the camps. They're trying to go for another follow-up kill, but this time it doesn't happen. They still need to defend here a bit, but thanks to the Raiders, they should be able to do at least that. Jimmy is back to business now too, so now it's a 5 versus 4. We're 30 minutes into the game. Like, what's going on here? This is only game 1 of the grand final. We are 30 minutes in. And that's one of those things when you're playing on the lower leagues. You can really compare this to the Master Slash a bit. And whenever you see the top teams play, of course, they are very aggressive. They see an opportunity to end the game, they go for it. And here, I think we're at by now 4 or 5 chances for a team to end the game, or at least make a very decisive move. And then they try to play it safer than they should. There's always that experience that's sometimes missing, and that balance that you have to thread here. But at least in this game, there were multiple opportunities for both teams to get way farther ahead than they did, and they just played it way too passive. It's especially true for Broken Mirror, who I think had now 3 opportunities to simply go for a core. But either way, as we're starting to come in through the mid lane, it seems like again they're giving up on any real damage. So they got the objective, but they couldn't do anything with it. Because, well, Cassia was down, and now it's time for the boss again. And if the blue team is taking their boss at the bottom of the map, we are likely gonna see a race. Yeah, we could definitely see a core race now. There's definitely an opportunity. Okay. And who takes the boss faster? Are they really racing this? Both take it at the same time. Let's go, team. It's literally a race. They're racing on the core. Oh my god. No, they're hesitating. They're trying to defend. They're trying to defend. I don't think that was the right move. Just right-click it. Right-click it. Right-click it. Don't fight. Right-click it. No, stop fighting. Just right-click the core. The boss is right here. Going for the defense was definitely the wrong move. And that should be the end. Yeah, core is about to fall. 4 heroes are down. Boss should finish it though. And that is game 1. As Broken Mirror wins the game against the Randners.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2, Broken Mirror is in the lead in our grand final of the Rare Cup. Congratulations. The red team finally won. The Randners, they chickened. They played a game of chicken and the Randners lost. I think they had a good shot of trying to burn the core down a bit faster. They definitely had no chance once they started to Hearthstone back. If you want to try and defend, you have to do that right away after you capture the boss, not after you walked all the way down to the opponent's core and then shaking out. So now we got the Randners on the left side in blue with Cakes on Kira, LGM on a Nubarak again, Jetsam J on Tacita, look at him. We have him back, the High Templar, Winterhund on Diva, and Creon is playing Malfurion. On the right side of the map, the red team with Skyzorg on Deathwing, Nept Abyss on Chromie, Skameka on Cassia, Huff on Brightwing, and the Love Tiger on Jojo. So, game number 2. Still a best of 5 series here between the teams. We gotta focus straight up into the Scion Fusion on level 1, so we're gonna see a Storm build for Tacita, at least initially. Stacks for Cassia again. And game number 1 was what you expect from Division 7. As I said before, the best of the worst is what we're seeing here, and they had communication, they had the proper builds, but you could see that towards the end, the shot calling went to hell. Once the adrenaline was pumping and things got a little bit hectic, you could really tell, okay, this isn't the Masters Clash. But again, it's fun, and also for everybody that is wondering, hey, how can I compete in anything like this? Anybody can sign up. You don't have to have a 5-man team. If you do, that's even better. But even if you're an individual player, you can join a free agent team. All that you gotta do is check out heroeslounge.gg. They have a big FAQ where all the questions are answered. They also have a huge Discord server where you can just ask what's going on, how do I participate, or whatever your question is, and they're quite helpful. These guys have been around for years and years and years and years, and it's 10 times better to play in an amateur league than, for example, to play the shit show that is Storm League, where you just get flamed, where you have people running it down, intentionally feeding in your games and whatnot. The people that you play with here, at least, are gonna try and win. So if you have a competitive bone in your body and you haven't heard of Heroes Lounge yet, you should check it out. They got divisions for Europe, for North America. Can't recommend enough. Anyways, now that we are looking at our end of season tournament, our grand final, as of course I'll start with the 1-0 lead for Broken Mirror. They're trying to mend that mirror. And we got our level 4 talents. The Bed of Barbs is kicking in again. Not really too many shocks. It's kind of cool that also Chromie for once made it into the game here. Yay! And shut up. Just because you made it into the game just one time doesn't mean we like you. We still don't. Faking dragons everywhere. Throwing sand around. Sand gets everywhere. Did you never have sex at the beach, Chromie? It's horrible. So keep your sand for yourself. It's not a nice thing. Beaches are overrated. 5-5, 0 kills, and the first objective is up. So let's go. Yeah, we got our camps taken. I like that a lot. This is something that a lot of the teams on the lower levels miss out on, that they don't time their camp captures around objectives. And even here in Division 7, we see the Rantners and Broken Mirror do exactly that. They take the camp so that they can then head into the objective and play it out from there. So, first objective is up. Camp is taken. Deathwing can maybe even push the top lane out a bit so that their own Shaman camp can do a bit more work. But as it stands, Jojo is also catching experience. You always want to keep your side laner still off the first objective until you hit level 7. That's really the important part. You want to get the level 7 talent first. And I think they're going to try and do that. They need to capture this here in the middle, and they do, even putting a bit of pressure onto Malfurion himself. Yeah, but they need a bit more than that. They don't have it yet. Deathwing is trying to get the experience up at the top, but they are falling too far behind. Normally the deal is that you have 4 heroes on the shrine and 1 is soaking, but they just soaked with too many and gave the shrine up completely. So now they have the level 7 talent, but their opponent has 30 stacks. So that's kind of crazy. And off we go. We got the level 7 talents in, but with a bit of poke from the outside, the blue team should be able to get this one. No, 35-20. Can they lock that in? Broken Mirror. I think they're going to lose out on this one. Diva's coming in, 36-38, and now off we go. Arcane Punisher in the hands of the Rantners. Alright. Yeah, so the Rantners take it. They got their own level 7 now. And already the bait over the wall. Oh, I'm so happy to see this. You have no idea how relieved I am that Broken Mirror baits this over the wall. That's a great wall, by the way. Talk about walls, that's as good as it gets. If the Donald would have seen it, he would have hired Tassadar immediately. I want you to build a wall. It's going to be a beautiful wall. It's going to be the best wall. I only hire the best people. So anyways, that was a fantastic wall, and it cut Jojo off completely, trapped her, and she went down. But as I said, I love that they baited the Punisher over. That's something that too many teams on the lower ends just don't do. And you always want to have all your heroes behind the wall. You attack the Punisher with a ranged ability, with anything. Even ranged auto attack does the trick, so that he gets vision of you, and then he procs the ability that makes him jump over. And that's all that you want to accomplish there. If he procs the jump in front of the wall, then you're just in trouble, because it makes it much harder for you to defend, and very likely your opponent will not only take down the gate and the towers, but also the fort itself. So kudos to Broken Mirror that they played this properly here. I like it. And yeah, we'll see. Now, we got level 9 versus level 8. It's a bit of a lead now, thanks to the structures that they took down. Nothing insane. Teams are still playing this slow. It's a little reminiscent of the pace that we experienced in game number 1. But he got crazy quite quickly, so could see that again here. And, well, let's see what they can do. For now, it's all about level 10 abilities. What are we going to get here? And also, is the blue team capitalizing on the earlier heroic abilities? Now that they are about to lock them in, they have the chance to, for example, push for the fort in the middle. Yeah, they have an opportunity here. And they're already trying to do that. As our level 10s. Ooh, we're actually getting the unrelenting strikes. And here we go. And that's a kill. Brightwing is down. Brightwing eliminated. And Tacita. The ragdoll gets kicked across the map as Jojo gets killed. Tacita again with another magnificent wall, and then the damage. I've said it before, but the Donald is already scouting. I like you. I really do. Let's make the Nexus great again. 10 against 10 in just a moment, but the fort is down, and the Rentners, they got a little bit angry. Yeah, they're ranting already. 3 kills to 0. Yeah, great. Now, this isn't over yet, but at least I like the pace that they are using here all the way up at the start. So, we have 3 kills to 0, a 1 level lead, and it is time to party. Top side, Deathwing. It's the security XP for them. And I mean, it's all about trying to stay on even talents with your opponent, right? That's pretty much what you're attempting to do whenever the objective is up. Make sure that you get level 10 when your opponent does have it. You don't want to face off against a level 13 talent, for example. So, yeah. Well, you don't have it. Objective is up, and I don't think we're going to see level 13 all that quickly. There's the timeout now also for Chromie. And, well, let's go. A little bit of a poke. The Chromestar! How much damage does our girl have? He's at 17,000. Top damage in the game. Cocoon. Unrelenting strikes. Oh! And Cassia is down. And so is the Fruit Fly. Yeah, I gotta say, this is looking pretty solid. Let's take a look at the double kill here. Check this one out. There's the stun. Brightwing jumped in. Brightwing pretty much saw that Cassia was about to die, and then she's like, well, I'm not gonna let you die alone. I'm gonna commit Sudoku now too, and we can die together. And, well, mission accomplished. Worked like a charm. Both of them got hit by everything that was still left for the blue team. Now we got 5 kills to 0, a 1 level lead, and the objective has been locked in already. Now, if this wasn't a Master Slash game, I would say it's going to be really tough for Broken Mirror to come back. At the same time, though, this is Division 7. And we saw on the last map how quickly things can turn once the late game is reached. So, yeah, let's see what they can do here. At that point, the bottom keep is about to be taken down. The bottom fort is about to be taken down. I'm a little bit surprised that they're not jumping behind the... I mean, again, guys, why are they not attacking? They have a 4 versus 3 situation. It's another wall! It's another wall! And they're going for Jojo. Unrelenting strikes against Chromie. And everybody escapes because the Rantners can't decide who they want to kill first. But there's the knockdown, and Brightwing is dead. Nice! The Fruit Fly is dead again, and so is Jojo. 7 kills to 0. You can kiss that bottom wall goodbye to. Yeah, that is rough. Okay, I might have to take back what I said earlier. Even in Division 7, it's going to be very, very difficult to make a comeback from that spot, because there is a chance that we're seeing the keep fall now, which is ridiculous. It's 9.5 minutes into the game. I'm a little bit concerned that we still at the top have D.Va. Honestly, with how things are going, I wouldn't have faulted her for simply pushing with the team. Take that fucking fort! Are you kidding? What? Not like this! No!
Nope.
I mean, guys, come on. Even if you sacrifice one of your heroes for it, just take the keep. Even if you lose Tacita or Kira in the process, who gives a damn? Just take the keep down. And now they lose Anubarak anyways. So you just sacrifice Anubarak for a fucking camp instead of sacrificing him for the keep. Can I highlight that again? You just sacrifice him for a camp instead of sacrificing him for the keep. Damn you, Broken Mirror, Rantners. Alright. They still are 2 levels ahead, but that was the first kill for the red team. That was the first kill. Now, we still have a 2-level gap between the 2 teams, and they just need to relax a little bit here, I suppose, and they should still have an easy time running the show here. Technically, they can still try to move down at the bot lane and take it down, but anyways, at this point, what else are we gonna see? We have still the next objective popping up topside this time. Windone is playing it out against Deathwing, and the 4-man is busy in the middle with the level 16 now kicking in. Making things, of course, a little bit more interesting now, because with Epicenter you can set even more attacks up quite easily. But, yep. Topside, okay. They're trying to take that fort. And now they're saying, screw you, we're taking the keep. At least I hope that's what they're saying. Anything else would be disastrous. So yeah, they're hearthstoning, but they will be there in time. Okay, so they take the keep down, and now they just get out. Alright, fair enough. Don't play with the minions. Yeah, just get out. I think they could have done that a little bit differently. Either way, it's a fort for a keep that just got traded. That's a win for the blue team. I like the decision. The worst thing they could have done is just try to defend. If you see the rotation coming and you can move topside a bit earlier, then yes, defend, fair enough. But once that you realize you won't be able to save the structure, don't even try. Just go for a counter attack, do some damage yourself, and you're going to be in a much better position. So it was a good move. They hesitated a bit on it too, but yeah, it still worked. So now the bot lane is going to be a problem as the game continues. That problem is going to increase because of the scaling. So that's of course also happening. And well, here they get caught again, but the red team a bit too deep. I like it. The cocoon on the tank at the front. They can also follow up on it once more. They're trying. Already a little bit of a slow, and good route from Malfurion, cutting off the path of retreat. Not sure if he intentionally waited for the Iron Skin to be used, but if he did, then that was pretty fantastic, because once that the Iron Skin was gone, there was just no chance anymore for Jojo to get out of that situation without any help from anybody else. And now they also have split D.Va towards the top side on the objective. They are 4-manning this. I like it as well. Again, I didn't really mind a Nubarak sitting in a bush. They should have probably... It's always nice if you anchor a play, if you get some vision. They don't need all of them here. But here, they should honestly just dive Brightwing. Yeah, exactly. That's a free kill. That's a freebie right there. Beautiful. So, yeah, they went for it. Could have made that play faster, but again, I mean, I'm nitpicking. I'm literally nitpicking now. They got the kill and it was all fine. They could have all moved in from the bottom here, but again, that's exactly the play that they needed to make. If Brightwing commits Sudoku like that and goes for the Honorable Subaru here, then that's just what happens. So it's a good kill. They're gonna get the objective together with that. It's 18 to 16 now, and you push forward, and you can technically try to even dive the backline here. And vision is already granted, so they know exactly where Nubarak is. He needs to be a bit careful. But there's the cocoon. Okay, no dodge on that. And that should be a kill as well if they play that correctly. There's the root, there's the stun, and the full setup. But the kill against Kira and a Nubarak as well. Moved in too deep. The counter kill on Deathwing. Could have probably done a little bit more here, especially the older Malfurion came a bit late in that encounter. And I also don't know if that stun of a Nubarak was executed the way they should. Either way, still decent defense, bait over the wall, okay. Coordination can always be a bit better, but with what they had, they take the fort down. They try to take the minions now. Someone should defend down here. Red team at the same time is now back to 2 keeps. It's all that they got. They got 2 keeps left. They had 3 kills. And now it's about level 20. Level 20 for the blue team is perfect. You don't want to give a team fight to the other team now. So just move out. Tazada is already covering that. Just fall back to your fort. Don't even bother with the camp, at least for the time being. You have only 3 players on the map anyway, so just give the camp up. Take everything else and then play with a 5-man. Don't do it. No! 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 Go away! If they start feeding heroes again into the other team, then I'm going to scream in a pillow or something. I don't want to have a repetition of game number 1. Come on, guys. We don't need another game of throws. You already made it funny in the last game. Yeah, we got level 20 now, so they got the lead, and now they can push this advantage a bit more. There's no camps on the map, so you can just simply try to push the lanes out a little bit, especially at the bot lane. You can create a bit of space here. If you can, of course, catch someone, then even better. And Ubra could maybe try and force an engage with the Cocoon if he sees a chance. You don't have to overdo it with diving deep, but they can push this in a bit and just see if they can poke out the mid keep a bit. Just play it slow, make sure, nice, I like it, and Ubra at the side so that nobody can flank him up. Look a little bit of where everything is positioned and just don't feel pressure to make a play. That, for example, is a mistake. That one is too deep. No. You don't need to do that. Also, very early rewind. If you use your 20s that quickly, you're gonna fight and even fight again. That was not needed. You can still poke this slow. Create space, okay. Could push it back a little bit further. If you can take the keep, that's amazing. If you can't, that's also fine. Jetsam J has the Twilight Archon, so you can do a bit of work. You have to also keep the top lane a bit in mind, because that's already pressuring, so eventually someone will have to go back here. And since experience is now kicking in for Broken Mirror, they're soon going to get that 22. So, yeah. I feel like they feel forced a bit too much. They feel like, God, we have to do something, we have 20. Yeah, just take it easy. If you have 20, siege up, but you can play it slow. You don't have to play too aggressive here. You're still going to have a chance if your opponent oversteps. And honestly, let them make a move. If they move out too far, it's Division 7. Especially in Division 7, you can also just wait for your opponent to make a mistake and capitalize on that as well. So yeah. But anyways, both teams are now trying to go for some camps over here. What do we have on the timer? 10 seconds. Yeah, I don't know if they had vision at the bot lane over the camp. I don't think they did. So they're very likely not going to make a play for it. But he has a level 20 now. Now they have vision at the bottom. They could technically still try, but that would put them in a bit of an awkward spot as well. 35 stacks only for Cassia. So the Rantners, they haven't really given them a lot of opportunities to fight. Okay, they're trying to set the trap. And Chromie sniffs it out. Okay, so that camp is still up. Can't be taken right now, which means the top lane is getting pressured. Now we have position on the shrine. And Ubrak should probably make sure that he is also taking position somewhere over here. Yeah, could even just sit there for now. Just double check that nobody can move in against them. Already taking a little bit of a lead here. Yeah, stuns Chromie out a little bit. And it's party time. Okay, let's see who's winning this one. Bot lane fort is likely going to fall. The minion wave that was taken earlier by Broken Mirror is doing fair damage. Or the camp with the minion wave. And it's 26 stacks already. If they just poke from the outside, they should have this one. 32, there's nothing. I have no idea why he's diving in. Like, they're going for the fight, but they had the objective already. If they get the kills, then fantastic, but now they're getting melted away. I have no clue why they forced that. 2 down, they lose an Uberak, they lose Kira. They are probably still gonna get the objective, but now they won't be able to push together with it. And that was just unnecessary. You don't need to force the issue like this, guys. You already had the win on the Punisher. Just play it safe, take the Punisher, and then be aggressive. Great kill here, though. That was a nice one. John Cena is jumping in, too. Very, very well done. He was low. Didn't even catch that Deathwing was that close to dying. But they're pushing still. It's a 3 versus 4, so you gotta be really careful here. You wanna get that keep, granted. But they need to be very, very careful that they're not getting attacked. Especially once that Jojo is starting to make a play with a potential blessed shield, you might be in trouble. Okay. Let's see what they can pull off here. They're creating a little bit of space and time for the Punisher. And thanks to the Arcane Sentries, that keep might fall. It's not focusing it just now. Yeah, another one gets set and the keep goes down. Alright, good job for them. Top side needs to be dealt with too, and yep, there they can go. Yeah, but anyways, if you take one lesson from the last fight, if you're that far ahead and you're more or less guaranteed to win the objective, don't dive the backline. Unless you have a 100% kill and someone really stepped out of position. But you don't have to force an engage like this. You have all the trump cards in your hand. Normally, in a normal setup, the red team would have just moved away once they realized that they can't win it. But in this one, the blue team made a bit of a mistake there. So they're isolating Jojo. They're trying to go for the rest of the team. Yeah, can still pop the Twilight Dream, for example. And not so in this case. So no follow-up on the Cocoon. Yeah, they're still trying to go for the engage over here. Twilight Dream is in right now. Fair enough. They're still going full off Tiger. A bit more damage. And D.Va bumps Jojo back. And that's the kill. 50,000 damage. 5 versus 4. They're pushing through the bot lane. Mid lane is getting attacked. And 2 of the keeps are now gone. Yeah, you can poke it out and see if you can maybe even go for a core here. They don't have Cocoon left. If they can threaten someone else and maybe dive on Cassia, they might have a chance. Stun connects, but they don't have the follow-up. They might get Deathwing though if he jumps in like this again. Catapults on the core slowly, so if you take the minions down, let the catapults do their work, then slowly but steadily they're gonna do damage. The shields are nearly down. 2 of the catapults are already gone. 26 seconds until Jojo is back. Still a 5 versus 4, but they will definitely be able to do some core damage, and they might just be able to end this after all. Core is slowly falling. Catapult is up on it. 21 minutes into the game, as is, and they're doing the job. Jojo is back in 10, has the blessed shield up. They go for Deathwing. Deathwing! That's honorable Subaru that he just committed very easily. And Noob is dead, and just right-click it. Right-click the core. Why are you going for the heroes? Their core is gone, boys. Just right-click it. I have no idea why they're fighting heroes. I love how D.Va is the only one who just says like, fuck it, I got it. And she ends the game. Good on her. The Rantner's Winterhund. He comes through for the team and finishes the core. That would have been just too funny if they would have lost it here again, because they weren't all on the same page. So yeah, the 1-1 in the best of 5, everybody, as the Rantlers lock in the victory in Infernal Shrines. Game 3, let's go. I was a bit scared at the end of game 2. The Rantners. It seemed like a couple of the players weren't quite sure if they should attack the core or the heroes. Thankfully for them, D.Va just went ham and said, not on my watch, I'm gonna end this thing now. We're going game 3, baby. The score is tied at the Rare Cup final, and on the left side here on Sky Temple we got Cakes on Tychus, Creon on Brightwing, LGM on ETC, Winterhund on Kira, and Jetsam J on Tacita. I have no idea what LGM means, by the way, but every single time I see it, I'm thinking about, like, it sounds like it's an STD or something. Like, I don't know. Netabis on Liming for the red team. We got Love Tiger on Varian, Skameka on Sylvanas, Half on Malfurion, and Skizorg on Sonya. Every single time I see Sylvanas and read the player's name and I see Skameka, I'm thinking about Jamaica, then I'm automatically thinking about holidays, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to be there. And then I remember that I live in Spain and that it's pretty fantastic weather here most of the time anyways. So yeah, there's that. My life is awesome. Anyways, so with that, what are we going to get? We currently have in the middle of the map our boys. Now, the little tower snipe at the bottom is, of course, always a bit of a cutesy play that you're trying to execute when you have a Sylvanas in the mix. It's a bit of a game of, like, guessing where does my opponent go. Every time you see the opponent running a Sylvanas, they're likely to attack a tower with 3 to 4 heroes, and you have to just try to sniff out where that is so that you can meet them early in that position and then check that out. But anyways, a bit of a more aggressive stance from the Rantners. Apparently they decided that they want to invade with the early game pressure here. It's kind of interesting to me because that early game setup for the red team is pretty good. If you are, even without taunt, if you just go in with Varian and you follow up with Malfurion, Liming, you can get kills here. And I think the Rantners got very lucky that not only the steal happened, but that they didn't lose Tychus. With just a bit better coordination of Broken Mirror, that should have at least been a kill against Cakes. So I'm not sure if that was a ballsy play or if that was a not so smart play, because there's a lot that could have gone wrong there. And you can already tell how they're chasing ETC again. And I talked a bit in game number 1 how I always recommended to teams at the lower level to do this, and you can see this perfect comp. This is a perfect example of this. If you have 2 friends, this is what you can play in let's say Storm League or Quick Match. You get a Varian in there, you have Malfurion or any other support that can help, like Stukov for example, and 1 damage dealer, Liming, Jaina, you name it. Top level Jaina doesn't see that much play, even though we've seen her once or twice now, again. But anybody that does damage and chunks the target down, and then you just run that 3-man across the map and you try to get some hero kills in. You don't try to dive too deep, just take your chance when you find them, and that's it. Now that they got taunt, they can make these plays, and it's the reason why these three are running around as a pair. So that's the idea behind all of this. And ETC should be dead. I have no idea why they just let... Like, that was a suicide move. I have no clue why he just survived this. Love Tiger should have immediately taunted, and then that would have been a dead ETC. He came in with 50% HP and pretty much just went straight up for Varian. There's the kill on the other hand, so they did miss the one against ETC. Maybe they were a little bit surprised, but they got the one against Kira. But it shows, again, the combo and how easy it is to execute. You dart in, you taunt, you follow up with Malfurion, Stukov, whatever support you have there. Even Brightwing with the Polymorph can help you. And then the damage dealer says, hello, how you doing, sir? Someone asked for a lot of ouch. Okay, so 1 kill to 0, a little bit of a lead at the top and in the middle. And Sylvanas is a girl on the mission. Look at her, she's going for it. Oh yeah, she's a strong independent woman and she's taking those towers down. Also threw the wave out and needs to be a bit careful now that Brightwing jumps in, or that Polymorph might be the last thing she experiences. Yeah, throwing the wave in like this too, of course, cuts off her possible path of retreat, so I would definitely not do that next time. A little bit late on Malfurion. That should have been another kill, to be honest. It feels like they're surprised a bit. ETC is just YOLOing. I don't know what he's doing. He's playing this a bit too aggressive. Now, he's the frontliner and he has a lot of tools to control the space. That's definitely true. But he's asking for it right now. And I honestly believe that Broken Mirror, the only reason why they didn't kill him at least once, is that they were a bit surprised that he was just walking into them. Now, yeah, Varian is still sitting there, front side. Everybody else is hiding, playing with vision a bit. I like it. No level 7 for Sonya yet. We should see that soon. But they're slightly ahead in experience now, and they're also going for the next objectives here. But the most important thing on Sky Temple is and always will be that you make sure that you take structures down whenever you have a chance. So, yeah. Let's have a bit of a look. We already have a next camp taken. Could technically try to move over and steal that. ETC anchoring the play. I like it. Nice move. I like that he checked the bush. What is this? Is this the Master's Clash or is this Division 7? He just checked the bush, ladies. Awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, now here comes the 5-man. Sonya still up at the top and someone is getting body blocked. Yeah, the end of Varian. Well executed. The Rantners. So we have tanks. Tanks securing the flank, where people checking the bushes. Yeah, you wouldn't, if you didn't know it, you wouldn't believe that this is Division 7. Then again, we saw game number 1 and parts of game number 2, so I guess we're gonna believe it after all. But yeah, 1 kill against 1, and down at the bottom of the map, they're pushing in with the Siege Giants now, but the next objective has also been announced, and that's of course also spawning bot side. So the more damage the blue team can now do to the wall, the easier it's gonna be for them to take that fountain down and then reign superior in the fight over the bottom temple. Up at the top, Fountain is not going to fall here. Everybody is now going to slowly start to rotate down to the bot side. But this is where we're going to have the party starting up. Okay, so our Ether Walk has now been strengthened by Calamity. We also have the Victory Rush in. And top side, our 1 versus 1. Winterhund going up against Sonya here. And down at the bottom of the map, here comes the play. Gonna take this one. Varian. Oh, the dive! They really wanted him. And Cakes was just like, no! Running away. And getting out. Good on him. They took the fort though. But they gotta decide how they want to play this now. Because if they give all the shots up on the bottom temple, then their own fort is gonna fall. Yeah, and it seems like they're going to try and go for Kira again. There's the hit! And that's a kill. Yeah, nice! Full intercept. Kira gets taken, and now it's a 5 versus 4, and they can easily move down to the bottom of the map and take over the remaining shots on the temple. And maybe get even more. There's the jump into the back, a little bit too deep, and she isolated herself. And Brightwing says, thank you very fucking much, I'm gonna take that kill. That was... I mean, I don't know, Sonya, that was a bit too aggressive. I'm sorry. You should check what kind of ult Brightwing has taken. Look at those moves. Smooth, baby. He took lessons. That man can dance all of a sudden. He can also taunt, and Neptibus says, thank you very much. I'm going to take those kills. Here's the 1, there's the 2. Coming in with the double kill, and maybe even ETC. He barely gets out, but now they're controlling all of this, and it's a 5 versus 3 on the map. The shots are fired to you. But yeah, check the kill out. So look at Sonya. Look at Brightwing. Sonya jumps in, so it's like, hey, great idea. And Brightwing is like, well, if you want to get isolated into our fort, be my guest, bro. I'm going to help you here. So that's the easy kill. Solo YOLO from her. 2 kills to 4. And the match already delivers again. Absolutely love it. Again, guys, Division 7. I have to highlight it again. It is Division 7. So on average, everybody here is... I guess now that we're in the grand final of this tournament, the about gold, maybe a little bit higher, high gold, bit higher than that, just so you guys get a bit of an idea. Amateur scene, as mentioned. But it's honestly fun. It's kind of weird because some of the plays are really well executed, and then you see the next one that is just completely garbage. So, yeah, kind of funny. Anyways, we got straight up at the top, another camp about to be taken. Everybody's just also keeping an eye on the boss. Yeah, Varian is checking over and over again. He doesn't want to get caught by ETC here off guard. Both of the teams now with their camp. If Sylvanas rotates topside, she can help out there a bit. And they're even taking the aggressive position now. Okay. ETC is down at the bottom and has already shown himself on the wave. Yeah, I'm not sure if that taunt is really... I think it was a bit too early. That mind control came just a moment too late to really be impactful. They're trying to force it a bit too much right now. But generally, it's a tricky... it's a dangerous combo, and it's an easy one to execute. Broken Mirror got already 4 kills in total, and you could see the Rentner struggling quite a bit against it. Now with the level 13 talent, that's even an additional lead. But Sonya is dancing! Yeah, a bit of a secret dance party here with ETC. Okay, DJ LGM is in the house. Now, that means 13 versus 13. That camp at the top is also now going to do a bit more work, since Kira has taken down the red team's bruiser camp. Well, they try to push down there with Sylvanas a bit. They have to, of course, wait for Sonya, who, thanks to the ult of ETC, couldn't even jump out of that last engage. But in we go. Here comes the play for ETC, and with the mind control, they got the kill. They're fighting a 4 versus 5. They might win it if that continues. That choke point gets controlled fully by Broken Mirror, and the resets for Li Ming are fantastic at this point. Creon even trying to get away with the Emerald Wind, but they just won the 5 versus 4. Sonya wasn't here, so that's annoying as hell for the Rentners. Now, technically, it wasn't a 5 versus 4. Kira was not part of the party. But that is, of course, a lot of ground lost on the map. 6 kills to 4, and even in the mid lane, we see Sonya trying to contest the temple. So maybe Kira is not going to be able to get all of the stacks. But going solo on this one, and this time she has to leap out. Yeah, that was a bit closer than she probably expected to, though. Bot lane gets still attacked, so we have some extra pressure against the gate here. But as it stands, we are seeing a slight advantage for Broken Mirror in structures on the map. The damage output that we have between the two teams is currently at 18,000 for Li Ming, 17,000 for Tacita, and everybody is still up around the boss here. That's where Emerald Wind can be a huge advantage later on, though, because it's likely that we're going to see a boss battle eventually. And given map number 1, I would not be surprised if we're going to see some throws around the boss pit here. It's 15 versus 15, and I like that the team so far have not attacked the boss and tried to steal it, because again, that's not really happening. There's the attack in the back against Tacita. He got out, and also that combo didn't land. They're very aggressive with that comp. Tychus is a bit too trigger happy on his own ult, but the red team is definitely trying a little bit too hard to come in and connect any of these hits. I like the flank ideas and the attempts, but they should be a little bit more careful with that and not force every single issue. But as long as they have someone else at the top, for example, like Kira now, and they know it's a 5 versus 4, why not force it? Fair enough. Okay, so we got camps taken again. There's a level 16 talent. The Mirror's gonna get it in a second as well. Brightwing coming in with a phase out. And yep, there's the Mirror Ball on the other side for Li Ming. Yeah, so even more damage. The Will of the Forsaken to help Sylvanas escape. And it's party time now. Temple at the top, Temple at the bottom, and the boss is of course still up too. As long as they see shots fired from the top, they could technically also make a play for boss. But now that 2 of their heroes are missing, they're realizing that they could be forced into a 5 versus 3, and they don't like that idea at all. Good choice to move away and play this a bit safe. So, since they don't run a global, we have everybody focusing onto the bot lane. If one of the 2 teams could try and soak some extra shots at the top, it's the blue team with Brightwing. They could try and make the move. But, yep, Sylvana's now jumping in. Sonya is coming through too. And if they get one good taunt, and then the leap, there's the taunt. Yeah, there's the setup, and the leap. They kind of screwed it up a little bit, but they still got the Brightwing kill. But there's a kill against Malfurion. Oh, the ult of ETC, but he's dying too. And Sylvanas gets the double kill. Nice. All right, they're going for Tychus now. Oh, Sonya! And yes! Sylvanas with the big plays. And now she's in trouble, trying to get away here. That was too telegraphed. Oh! Run, baby, run! Yeah, she's getting out. Oh my god, brilliant. Have a look at this again. That was a fight. First the ult comes through, a Varian dies, ETC blows up, and then it's Sylvanas that jumps all over the fight. I think if Sonya would have coordinated the battle a bit better, they could have really wrecked them here even more. The Rantners definitely had a problem as 2 of their heroes were caught around Varian, and especially the follow-up with the mind control. So if Sonya would have played that a bit faster with her leap, that would have been a nice one for them. But well, check that one out. Not too bad either. So they get the quick kill against Tassadar. And now the blue team should be very careful, because that's a 4 versus 5 that they're trying to fight into. Keep at the top has already taken severe damage on the blue team side, so they can't really afford to lose too much yet. They are forcing this fight, by the way. Yeah, they want to have the 4 versus 4 now, but Li Ming is also coming. Mind control! Unrelenting strikes, Varian on the run. Li Ming, where are you? There we go, and yeah, she misses everything. Neptibus, not like this. That was your opportunity to go and play whack-a-mole with them. But they will still take the remaining shots down here. But that was a big opportunity for Li Ming to get good damage connected. If she lands the combo on any of them with an ETC and then connects Calamity, that's an insta-kill and a reset that she can follow up on. So, yeah. Anyways, the shots are being taken, and here comes the blue team. Party time. ETC, here we go. There's the party, there's the interrupt, Varian, the leap. And LGM gets away. The Emerald Wind. Sonya with a spin to win, but nope, she's down. Everybody else was just running away. Like literally, the rest of the team is like, see ya. Wouldn't want to be here. So Sonya goes down, she's the last one. She's like, I got them, guys, I got them. Guys? Guys? And then she died. So, yeah. Level 20. Close to it. And of course, now you can take the boss. Now you can take it. 5 versus 4 and control? Hell yeah. Blue team trying to bring it back now. They suffered 50% of the damage at the top, at the bottom keep, and now they can pressure with 2 Siege Giant camps and the boss. The level 10 is still a little bit faster for Broken Mirror. So they got the Dark Lady's Call now. We got the Repulsion for Li Ming. For the interrupts against the Mosh Pit, of course, yeah. And Sonya with the Ignore Pain. Okay. About 16 minutes in, the boss is gonna hurt, but it's not gonna be too bad. Emerald Wind gets upgraded. Everything gets upgraded, honestly. Yeah, only one that didn't is ETC, who went for the Bolt of the Storm. The keep at the bottom, is that gonna fall, or can they somehow defend against it? Seems like with Sonya moving in, they might have a chance here. Oh, Sonya, no! The tornado! The 1 centimeter leap. She's just going for the bunny hop over here. The keep is down. The advantage for the Rantners. Let's go. But yeah, the mini leap from Sonya. A little bunny hop right there. Yeah, she got caught off guard by that tornado. That actually pushed her into the stun nearly. Okay, now they're chasing. Damn, Sylvana. Sylvana's really wanted that connect, didn't she? Yeah, everybody else still sitting topside. And they're of course going to try and go for the temple now. Yeah, that would eliminate the keep at the top. So that would draw them even in structures. So they're starting to go for it. That's the damage sitting at 28,000. Yeah, Li Ming has taken over. Nothing compared to Tassadar though, who's at 39. Tychus has 36. And here comes the big red button. Yeah, it's button time again. Leap is back up. All the ults are back up. So blue team takes over, takes the position. Shots are being fired. They can definitely sustain the damage for now. They still have the outer ring of defense on the keep, so no problem for Broken Mirror. But once that Odin runs out, that's the latest where you want to engage into it. Probably a bit sooner than that even. ETC, yeah, they're trying to damage him already a little bit. Nice pushback here. And here comes the Archon. They have a lot on that transform. So Tassadar, he is in a great spot to dish out the damage whenever it comes to a fight, especially if ETC is able to land that mosh pit. But now that Odin is gone, it's a bit of a different setup. Last few shots get fired, and now they gotta move back. Wall is already set up. And yep, top keep has not quite fallen, but it's low. We're going down to the wire on this one again. Careful, Sylvanas. That's not a bush that you want to check, guys. The taunt! The damage! The leap! And the kill! They go for the double, baby! Unrelenting strike! Sonya! She's dead, and they go for Varian next. Still a 5 versus 4. Winterhund, yeah, gets taunted and blasted away. Oh, not like this. Not like this, girl. What are you doing? No. There's the kill, and Sylvana is like, YOLO! But there's another taunt. Another taunt, and Tychus dies. They get the Tychus kill. 3 heroes against 1. They take the camp. Where do you go with this, though? Where do you go with the camp? Guys, you can't go core here. You can go to the bot lane and try to take the keep down. You can go through the middle and try to escort it in. You can steal the siege giant camps away. You got a couple of options, but the one thing that you can't go do is go core. So take the siege giant camps, be happy with that, and let that happen. But yeah. Boss isn't up for another minute. We're gonna see that boss fight, aren't we? The boss fight for the win in the game. It's always happening in the lower leagues for some reason. Maybe not. Maybe it's just gonna go through the 2 temples now and them fighting for them. But now that they got the 2 siege giant camps, there's definitely an upper hand for Broken Mirror. Yeah, I guess they're gonna go for their own camp now too. Bot lane had already been defended, so 1 siege giant camp has been eliminated. Tychus is back in another 8 seconds. Yeah, it's time for the tempers. So let's go. Let's see what they can do with this one. Another bruiser camp gets taken, so a bit of additional pressure all the way up at the top. Sylvanas is already in the middle. Front line Sylvanas, of course. Yeah, they want to exchange those shots because topside is going to fire into the middle where they're going to lose the keep here 100%. The top temple alone is going to do a lot. Oh my god. No! No! Kira! That kill. Beautiful. They can just they honestly can just move away now. But yeah, the interrupt, nice. The mosh pit attempt and the insta interrupt. All of the keeps are gone in a second. They need one more shot. If Sonya would have stayed at the top, they could have gotten all of this. There's the leap. There's the slide. Mind control. Varian is low. He survives. ETC is dead. Li Ming dies. Varian dies too. And now they're losing. And guys, what could the red team have done? Easy. Don't fight. Keep Sonya here. And that's it. That one would have died. The core would have been attacked by the shots. And now that we have even a camp pushing in, that would have ended the game. All that the red team had to do to win this was keep Sonya at the top and don't fight in the middle after they got the initial kill. Literally all they had to do. Now we have 13 against 17. And the blue team still has a chance. All they had to do was keep Sonya at the top side and just poke from the outside, not allow them to go for a kill and play it. Yeah, they're bringing it back though. They're bringing it back. They're bringing it back. Maybe, maybe not. They get the Brightwing kill. Please just send someone here. It's one shot, but yeah, Kira's now moving in. And they're staying too long, and of course they're losing both of them. He gets away. He gets away. Fantastic. Half is able to move out. Keep down, and the keep is gonna fall here too. What a beautiful series. Oh, it's glorious. It is. It's fucking glorious. Didn't I tell you it's gonna end at the boss? I told you it ends at the boss. Of course it ends at the boss. And what are you guys doing? 75% on the core? But what are you doing? Why is nobody checking this? Why is nobody here? 50% on the boss. Go core! Blue team! What are you doing? Why are you just watching this? They could have just gone core at this point, forced them back, ended the game, checked the boss a little bit sooner. I don't understand what's happening here. 45,000 for Ming. We have 70,000 for Tacita. It's a 5 versus 5 on the map. The boss is definitely going to get the core. And the red team, I mean, come on, boys. I think they're going to just steal the camps. They could try and push with this maybe even too, but I don't know. The keep is down, but I love how the blue team just refused to win here. They're like, no, we're not winning yet. So all of the camps are taken again by the red team. I mean, Broken Mirror, they go for quick match rule number 1. You don't end the game if there is still a mercenary camp up on the map. Quick match rule number 1. Wait, are they pushing with this? And there's a camp at the bottom. They have full map control right now. The problem is that their own core is at 52%. You kind of have to force a fight. Because if you exchange temples now, you lose the game. So they go for the good old bush meta. They don't know what they want to do. They're like, do we go for the bush? Do we not go for the bush? Do we flank? Do we not flank? And it seems like they're going for... I mean, nothing really. Guys, you gotta take a fight. You can't exchange temples. It's not happening. It's not happening. So, yeah. Top side is what apparently we're agreeing on. Okay, there's the vision. They know where they are. This is the moment. This is the moment. This is the moment. Oh! ETC! Interrupt! Let's go, baby! Kira is dead. Kira is down. Emerald win. They need to win the fight. Who takes it? 5 versus 4. 5 versus 4. And Liming is dead. Malfurion is dead. The Archon and Odin combo. Too strong. Too strong. Jetsam J goes down. 2 versus 2. And Varian runs away. You coward. You coward! I thought it's your son that's the coward in the family. Apparently I was wrong. Varian on the run. Well, now you better run. Oh, yeah, yeah! Yes! Yes! It's a 1 versus 1. Oh, this is just too good. And ETC is gonna take the shots now. It's beautiful. 40 kills. 40 kills in this game. Sonya, the core is losing hit points. Come on, girl. You can do it. Not like this. GG. The Rattlers with the lead in our best of 5. Alright. I'm back. The last game took everything out of me, especially the ending. Absolutely glorious. I mean, honestly, at one point now our Heroes of the Storm career, it happened to all of us, but of course it's always kind of tragic when it happens and you're on stream and being watched. I feel really bad for Sonya, but the comedic value of that situation was just incredible. Either way, we have a fun series. I mean, this one is brilliant. The Ratners are now in the lead on game 4 of this best of 5 here at the Rare Cup final. More Heroes of the Storm, and on the left side we got Cakes on Malthael, Winterhund on Diva, Creon on Malfurion, Jetsam Jace playing Kothos, and LGM on Nubarak. On the right side of the map, Skimeka on Tassadar, Love Tiger on May, Skizorg on Rexa, Huff again on Brightwing, and Neptipus is playing Kerrigan. Okay, let's see what we're gonna get here. We got our Kelthar set up, so there's quite a bit of CC on that side. Of course, we are on Brexus this time, which means that normally you want to have heroes that are quite mobile. Having the Rexa pick for the top lane is already a bit of a win. That's definitely going to help them there, because it just literally translates into you're winning the top lane unless someone else is going to help you out in the long run. So, for now, we got our Tassadar play. A lot of Tassadar, by the way, in this game. And not only on one side. I mean, both of the teams are playing Tassadar fairly heavily. So, we got Kelthas trying to get a couple of stacks together on the level 1 for the Mana Addict. Wants to get that as soon as he can, ideally around level 10. So that it's easier for him to survive once the rogue abilities have been taken. And Diva on level 1 went into the liquid cooling. Kerrigan is already sitting tight and they're taking over. And yeah, one objective to start here. Oh, and Nubarak gets a Noob wrecked. A Noob got wrecked, and now they're going straight up for Nectibus, but this time he's being saved, so the red team has the upper hand. Can literally just send Misha now on the objective top side, try and lock that one in, and get some progress for the objective. And that's exactly what's happening here. Attempting to break through the wall even at the bottom, controlling the choke point now too. And here we go. At the top, they're reclaiming. So this is exactly what I said earlier. If you're having Rexa against you, you will have to send in reinforcements towards the top eventually, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. So the Rantners just sent in Cakes on his Malthael to help out Diva. But of course, there's also Kerrigan is now jumping in. And quite literally, I might add, very likely going to try and make the play here. But the combo doesn't land, and Rexa is down. So, quick kill, and the blue team in control of the top shrine, and also going straight down to the bottom with the camp they just took, claim the second beacon, as the rest of the red team is trying to go for a camp and now get some serious progress. I mean, 22%, already trying to jump in here. Yeah, Love Tiger, they're going to contest that, I suppose. There they are, stun, gravity, oh my god, help, help, May gets murdered. I mean, seriously, thanks to Brightwing, she's still alive, and thanks to her trade, but that lockdown, that CC chain was incredible. Damn, son. She had no chance of doing anything there. So, for now, we got a kill against the kill. We also have the team still fighting for this one, but seems like we're having the first objective already secured. The Ratners, 100% Zerg Wave against 22, everybody. So, good job with that. We have a big push coming through the bot lane now. And someone has to face the music here. So it's going to be Tassadar that will try to take it down as much as he can. At the top, that should be an easy defense. I mean, that's not a wave. That's it's not even a problem. Down on at the bottom, on the other hand, that's a bit of an issue. Got a couple of Guardians in the back. Got also the Ultralisks here at the front. And the fort should hold, but they're going to definitely do some more damage. Not only the wall will drop here. The fountain is also going to be toasted. And they might even get a kill. Kerrigan is jumping in, and everybody moves away immediately. Everybody is just immediately scared. It's like, ah, go away. Fountain is down, bit of extra damage. So yeah, fair enough, there we go. Now, with everyone just stacking up at the bot lane, chipping a bit of damage out, the 1 versus 1 lane still pretty solid. You have also the red team still hoping, of course, to get some kills in themselves. They got a ton of CC, honestly. You look at the lineup, they have Nisha for the stun, they have Kerrigan, they have Brightwing Polymorph, they got May. There's a lot of control at the front, so if they at any point can really bring Tassadar in a position where he can, without pressure, get the damage out, he shouldn't have any issues at all. I mean, with all SCC on the other side, That's pretty fantastic. But, well, here's the level 7 talent. Now, already, we have the red team about to catch up on it. There's still a bit of a late take here. Everybody's still down at the bottom of the map. Waiting for the next objective to come up. And, of course, now that the fountain is down, hoping to also push for the fort. And Alterac is the entire time just sniffing on the edges to see where exactly the red team is, where they're positioning, if they're trying to maybe flank in, if they can flank. Yeah, and here comes the gravity lapse again, as they're trying to turn it a bit, and Alterac slightly too late to follow up on that. Also got the burn flash, and here's the combo attempt on Malthael. Kicks, yeah, Brightwing is about to help out, and they might still get Malthael here. He's eating a lot of damage in that encounter, but is able to make his way back out to safety. Now, there was, of course, the counter attempt from Jets and Jay and his Kelthas to land another gravity lapse instead of potential kill up. Didn't quite work out. Nobody dying in that fight. But at the top lane, still the 1 versus 1. And there's, of course, a few more camps now up on the map, too, that technically the teams could try and make a play for. Especially from the perspective of Broken Mirror. They really want to win this one, so they should probably play it a bit safe just to try and force that 5th map. I mean, it's a grand final, right? It's the best of 5. It's a grand final of the Rare Cup. The Division 6 and Division 7 end-of-season tournament that we have here. So, who's going to take the crown and who's going to come in second? Well, there's a very aggressive engaged from May. She definitely wanted for that. I was just the entire time waiting for someone to try and lock her down here. But, off we go. Yeah, they take the camp and they're retreating here. Okay, no level 10s, nothing yet. Beacons are activating again. Playing is a bit more tame than what we had in the last 2 maps. After the Sky Temple Fiesta with all of the aggression, I don't blame any of them for it. Now, one shrine against a shrine, 1 beacon against a beacon. Malthael at the top, yeah, helping out D.Va to ensure that they're not losing control over this one. But they're still just poking, slowly but steadily here. Yeah, good. It's all about level 10 now, and seems like both of the teams are not really willing to engage into anything before that's the case. They're still playing this fairly slow. Top side, still a little bit of a poke here happening, but he's still holding on to that. But the blue team need, of course, to now go down to the bottom of the map and take control here. But the red team is already pushing back in an attempt to take the fight. A nice gravity lapse follow up on the stun. The combo and carry again missing, and that's already some HP gone from May. But Brightwing is ready and is helping out. Blue team has taken a bit of a lead initially, at least on the objective, but not much more than that. So, let's go. There's the jump, there's the move, straight up for the bot lane again, and the level 10 should really force the blue team back now, because the red team has just done a better job soaking the experience here. So they are the first ones that have their heroics in just a moment, so the longer the blue team sticks around at the bottom of the map, they might be in trouble. But it translates directly into a lead on the objective, and that rotation of Malthael towards the top at least helped them to stop that a bit. So it's 36 points now, or percentage points on the progress bar against 12. As our level 10 abilities, and with May we got the Ice Wall in play. Cocoon is out again, Last Rites comes up, and now we're just waiting for Kelthas. And Kelthas with the Phoenix, so full-on standard talents form the players here. Game number 5, and let's go, ladies. Let's see what's happening. Sorry, game number 4. We're hoping for game number 5, but let's see what's happening with the first team fight with heroic abilities. Who can take it here? Cocoon, move into the back. Immediately Archon is coming out. Are they turning it on May? No, they're just simply letting her go. They're trying to attack the back line. Here comes the Ice Wall. Kicks, the cookies crumbling, and Malthael is dead. Yeah, they are trying still to get a kill against May, but that's not happening. Instead, the full-on focus on Kelthas, and he's down too. Nice wall, and that's another kill. Malfurion is down. Easy triple kill for Broken Mirror. Oh yeah, they are going ham on this one. They want game number 5, and they are pushing this one hard. 8.5 minutes in, they've taken a level lead, 4 kills to 1, and they should be able to lock the objective in. Now, to be honest with you though, the objective is not going to be as big of a win for Broken Mirror as you might think initially, because while all of that happened, the blue team still got a lot of progress towards their own, and even if it's now taken by the red team, that's still 76%, so that's still a pretty huge wave. Now, technically it's a win for the red team, but it's not that big of a difference, so the blue team's wave at the top side will still do a significant amount of damage. And they have a lot of wave clear here too. So we'll see how that's going to pan out at the end of the day, but it's not as much of a clean-cut thing as you might think. D.Va is already using the explosion. Yeah, Phoenix is chipping in from Khaldor, and he's going to, of course, contribute with all the other AoE that he has here to try and make sure that they're not losing too much. I don't think they can save the fort, but as long as they're not getting snowballed too hard, it's fine. And even the fort might survive here, which is kind of incredible. I mean, yeah, Mei was trying to take it down, but couldn't. Top side is also about to be defeated, so that one didn't do too much either. Good job by them. Tacita being here helped, of course, a lot. And down, here we go. There's the move, there we go. Straight in for Mei again with the cocoon. They set it up for Brightwing. And the green target practice has been eliminated once again. Nice kill, last rights. And that sets it up for another one. Down she goes. Mei is dead. The gun. And the fort is also gonna fall. The Rantners, nice, gaining some momentum here. They didn't get the stack for Malthael, but they were able to get the kill. Which, of course, is what matters most at the end of the day, I suppose. Yeah, quick move also, straight up for the next camp here. And now that they have a numeric advantage, they can do it. I have no idea what Tacita is thinking. For some reason, he wants to chip in. That's a face check. We've seen the teams being very diligent about making sure that they're not falling into traps and just running blindly into bushes. But in this case, Tacita nibbled way too close to it, and that's the end of him. So a staggered death against Broken Mirror, and all of a sudden the momentum is fully in the hand of the Rantners. They're catching up in experience, they're starting to control the map. They're even making a bit of a play for the top lane, where Rexa is trying to escape now. And they can dive this one. Oh, he barely missed out on it. The last rights wasn't ready. And Brightwing was back up on the map and could jump in to help out, but whew, that was a close call too. Now, Khaldor is done with this quest, which is making him even harder to kill, so he has a lot more survivability here. But good on the Rantners, they definitely came back into this one. And now they have even more camps to take on their own side of the map, which is a much safer endeavor for them, of course. 18,000 damage for Tacita, 32,000 from D.Va. Look at the difference here in damage. Tacita is the highest damage dealer for the team. He's at 18,000. And on the other side, we have 3 heroes that easily outpace him on the damage. It's not even close. 32,000, 24,000, 23,000. Like Khaldor, D.Va, and Malthael are just way more impactful when it comes to those team fights. It's kind of nuts. Yeah, they are getting those kills in. And it's a big problem. Kerrigan just didn't have the impact so far that they were hoping for. And that's an issue. And talking about Kerrigan, there's the cocoon. They're trying to go up straight for her. There's the wall. Stun comes in. Follow up and bam! Kerrigan is gone. Yeah, doesn't seem like she can carry again today. So, Love Tiger gets away, slides out, so that at least there's that, but the kill is still valid, and now we're having another beacon up on the map. Of course, the objective is the next focus for the Rantners. They have a Nubarak down at the bottom of the map, and top side, D.Va is taking over, and you can already see that Broken Mirror, now that their fountains are gone at the bottom top lane, are falling back significantly. They have a 4 versus 5, they're struggling with their position. And if there's a flank now happening with the Nubarak diving into the backline, trying to get a Rexa, that's a fantastic stun from Misha, but this isn't over yet. Rexa gets hit, Malfurion is trying to also cover him, they're missing more or less everything here, but they're buying a lot of time. Tacita is taking the objective at the bottom of the map, by the way, so he's taking the beacon, and he's taking down the fort. So Tacita has actually done a lot, and in the meantime they're winning the fight at the top too. They're winning everything. They just won the 4 versus 5 top side. They took a Nubarak down without Tacita. Tacita took the bottom beacon and the fort while his team wins the 4 versus 5, taking a Nubarak and Malfurion down. 5 kills to 6. What the hell? I mean, seriously. That's one of those moments that shouldn't happen. That should definitely not happen. So, yeah, bad news, I suppose, for the blue team. Broken Mirror might still get their 5th game. Now they have the level 16 talent. Yeah, I'm thinking the entire time they maybe could have made a play for boss 2. I suppose not. Death timers is still a bit too low, and Malfurion will be back soon. First of all, they need to save Mei at the top. Last rights, but nope, not happening. Brightwing was already there, topping Mei up again. Brightwing herself super low. It's Misha that dies, though. And Tesla is chipping in some extra damage as well. 52% on the beacon progress against 46 now. And, yeah, well, let's go. So, what else are we gonna get? Well, for now, we got a little bit of AoE clear at the top. And down at the bottom of the map, we got Love Tiger getting attacked again. I mean, it's simply that ring around the rosy play that we're seeing most of the time on a map like this. Nice body block. Completely catching Mei. Attack comes in again. And yeah, they're forcing them out. But they only have one beacon. Top side was taken just a few seconds ago by the blue team, so it's good for them. They're not exposing themselves to any more pressure through the objective. They're even dominating the bottom now with Phoenix, trying to flank in from the side. They're locking Mei down. Love Tiger dives in deep. Brightwing with the assist attempt. 2 more seconds for the last rides. Brightwing would definitely fall if he connects it, and dies even without it. Last rides gets used to, but they can't get the insta-kill. And there's mad pew-pew going all around. Malthael is dying. Jetsam J is about to go down, and that is 3 kills. The objective has been claimed by the blue team. 100% against 50. They got the bigger Zerg wave, but they lost 3 heroes in the process. Okay, so Love. Oh, careful! You don't want to die to the minion wave, buddy. That would have been bad. Yeah, they need to defend against this one. This is, of course, a bit of a problem. 16 talents are already for them. At this point, we have at the top already the next push happening. It's an easy defense. It's a 50% wave against the 100 that we're seeing down here. And you can already tell that the red team isn't really too happy about it, considering that they got, how many 3 kills, I think? And then they found themselves in that spot. I mean, either way, they're able to do at least some work here. So, off we go. Making the little play. Bam, against the first one. There's the Ultralisk at the front down. They're taking the Guardians out in the back. And now it's still a fairly even one. I mean, it's an even game in the sense that we have... blue team is a bit behind in experience and kills, but they are ahead in structures. So, yeah, a little bit of a give or take. You win the team fight and you're Gucci. But it really comes down to the team fight now. And I feel in particular Kerrigan just didn't really have the impact yet that they were hoping for. She made up for it a bit in the last battle though. That was way better for her than the previous encounters where she was trying to get the combos landed and isolate some heroes, and it just didn't work for them. But now they get a bit closer to that. But if you check the damage numbers here, there are still massive, massive gaps in what we're getting. Especially now that Kel'Thas is starting to ramp up its damage, it's starting to become a bit of a problem. There's a lot of clustering going on in those fights, and Living Bombs and Flame Strikes both really capitalize on that too. So, yeah. But anyways, we got still a bit of defense. Again, it's camps that you're focusing on right now. Teams are just like checking. There's no objective up. If you get a fight, then of course you're going to take it. But there's also a lot of vision here. Everybody is going to make sure that nobody's taking the boss here, at least for now. Early level 20 is a bit of a threat towards the Rantners because the red team, they got a lead. They got a lead in experience, I'm not going to lie. 29 stacks, 30 now for Kel'Thas. So again, the shield is getting decent. Also, when it comes to quest completions, we have Tassadar at 175 stacks now. Getting a bit closer himself. There's 17 minutes into the game, which means that a lot of this is starting to scale. Catapults in particular are going to become a thing now. And, well, towards the top, we got our rotation to the bot lane. And the blue team has to decide at this point, do we want to force the fight or do we just simply play around them once they hit level 20, delay and wait for our own Storm talent to kick in? And so far it doesn't really seem like they're too aggressive around it. They're just double checking the entire time, checking the bushes. The problem is also that with level 20, there's theoretically at least a chance that the red team just decides to go for the boss. They can either attempt to make a play for the beacons or they can go for boss. The problem with the beacons is you simply have to figure out where your opponent's headed. So if the Rantners are hiding their numbers and playing with vision, then there's a chance that they can simply, you know, play around them until they have their own level 20. But, well, either way. Down at the bottom of the map, there we go. So it's the ring around the rosy play that we're seeing now. Very, very likely. But the 20 is about to kick in. Well, they're moving up to the top, taking over here at the bot lane. We should see the same thing now, that they're moving in, and off we go. Even a couple of progress points for the blue team. But here's the level 20, so this is really where the Storm talent kicks in. And now, of course, it's time to make a decision. Do you go for the boss and try to force the fight around that? Do you make a different play? We got already on level 20 the Flash Freeze, so no Shatter in this one. But the Twilight Archon is still being played with. Yeah, and they seem to at least check the boss. And of course, LGM is also having a look at it. It's kind of what you would expect. That boss is at least going to be looked at. They're rotating as a full-on 5-man to the top beacon. And now the blue team says like, okay, if you're at the top, we're going down to the bottom. So, yeah, they know that at least one hero is at the top. So 5 versus 4 is the worst thing that could happen to them. And they're willing to take this one. So they're just taking over. They send a couple of heroes onto the lane to take the experience. And they're getting closer to level 20. They're playing for time. All that they're doing here, playing for time. Oh, careful. If you get caught and forced into that fight, it's likely over. Red team, they're a bit later on the rotation than they would probably have liked here, but off we go. 42% now for the red team, just as we see the blue team heading into level 20s themselves. Yeah, they're trying to at least take the camp away, and they can do that. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, yeah. But now we got the Storm Talents also available. Okay, time to party. Time to go for the team fight. No one can stop. Death has already been picked up. We got our Rewind. We got the Astral Communion, the Flamethrower for even more safety, and the Ablative Armor for D.Va. So, let's go. This is pretty much for all the marbles here. If you win and you take objective plus boss, then you have a solid chance of, well, maybe if not taking the game right away, at least getting so far ahead that's going to be a total disaster for your opponent and really, really difficult to bring it back. Yeah, Ultralisk already fired out and that got not even close, so that's the ult that's now down the drain for another 70 seconds. With the camps still up on the map, it seems like Broken Mirror is trying to go for map controls through camps first, but of course it doesn't really change the fact that they're pretty hesitant now. This is really one of those moments where also nerves are starting to play a big role. If you are down, if you're with your back to the wall and you know that you can't lose the map, adrenaline is definitely pumping. And we've seen already some Fiesta battles in game number 3 on Sky Temple, so we could see some interesting team fights here too. Either way, there's already a couple of shots fired. Here we go. There's our little setup with the wall again. Missing once more though, unfortunate for them. Broken Mirror is trying to push into that space now. And Kelthas is controlling the choke points as best he can, using the Phoenix 2. Astral Communion hit nothing, honestly. Nothing. Malfurion tried the ult and he only caught one. He got Misha. And that was it. But now they're making the play. That one looks much better. Misha down. The explosion cutting them off a little bit. Last rights. And it's denied again. He's at 1 stack. Right wing down. Malthael down. May finally gets taken down though, as D.Va is able to deal the finishing blow. Kerrigan also dropped. And now it is time to clean house. The wave again for the blue team, 100% against 33. That top lane push is going to be a disaster. This is likely going to go for game. They're pushing through with everything that they have. It's a full 5-man that is going for it. Malthel is of course back. No one can stop. Death got triggered. And now they can push this in easy peasy. The keep doesn't stand a chance. And it looks more and more like the Rantners are going to take the victory. And the crown in this tournament. In the grand final, the best of 5, the Rantners in the 2-0 lead over their opponent. And with 4 heroes down and the 5th one about to die, this is going to be a victory for the Rantners as they secure the championship here at the Rare Cup. GG and well played. The Rantners with a 3-1 victory in the best of 5 Heroes of the Storm series over Broken Mirror, who takes 2nd place in the tournament.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.